be sure to hit that subscribe button. As y'all can see, I got a special guest, Miss Jen Treese, or as I call her, Aunt Jen. This woman has had a big place in my heart. She helped me become the man I am today. She put me took me to a program, and it helped reveal stuff skills I didn't even know I had, and I truly am thankful for all that stuff that she taught me. And I want to let her introduce herself a little bit to y'all.
I'm Jen Treese Johnson. What do I need to introduce? Like, tell me what you need me to.
Just
okay. Jen Treese
yourself
Johnson. I am 1/3 of the Smothering Pros. We do real estate together. I do real estate with my mom and sister. I'm the founder of MUKA. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. Got a lot going on right now.
yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
So, what is MUKA like? What's the behind it?
Okay, so MUKA, the name MUKA in the Sudanese language means open, and what we do is we open doors. We try to open doors for people through education, just through knowledge, and we push minority homeownership. Mm-hmm. And so I'm finding out as being an agent, there is a gap between minorities owning homes. Mm-hmm. And so what we do is we provide education to minorities, and we push minority home buyers and sellers with education. And then we also promote minority agents.
Okay. Yeah. So you got a bunch of good stuff going on. I'm gonna be asking her some questions. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button.
And I don't know these questions, so
yeah.
Can we say that?
Yeah, she don't know none of these questions.
I hadn't seen the questions, all right?
So she's going straight off the dome.
Okay.
So first question I have is, what made you want to get into real estate?
It was at a point, I taught for over 13 years. And at that time, I believe my oldest, she was around 2. And I felt like I was missing some things. I remember when I was younger, my mom being in real estate, but never missed anything that I was doing. And so I wanted to make a career change after teaching and coaching. I was at school from sun up to sundown. Mm-hmm. And so there were some things I was missing as far as being a mom. So I wanted a job with flexibility. And one of the other things I had been around pretty much my whole life had been real estate since I was younger. My dad being a contractor, then my mom being in real estate since I was young. I felt like that transition for me would be easy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next question I have is, do you feel that this real estate is your purpose and your calling?
Not necessarily my purpose and calling, but I think the people that I meet, I'm called to meet. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? So is it a passion of mine? Yes. But I think more and more the different families that I meet, mm-hmm. it's my calling to meet them. Like, mm-hmm. we were supposed to be in contact at that moment. I'm working with a lot of single ladies right now. It's the purpose mm-hmm. to be their first time home buyers, to help them. Mm-hmm. So I think I like to look at it like that. I meet a lot of people in this business. Mm-hmm. And then with MUKA, a lot of people all over. So when I come in contact with them, that's mm-hmm. on purpose. And I have to find out why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand. Because I can say in my lawn care business, I've had people I came in contact with where it feels like I was supposed to be there.
They'll say something, you're like, I need to hear that, mm-hmm. right? So it's not even, sometimes even me being in their lives, mm-hmm. it's the other way around. Me meeting them mm-hmm. in my life. And this is what, we just met through real estate, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a bunch of stories where that's happened. So I know you went to the Super Bowl and everything. Mm-hmm. So what was that experience and the atmosphere like?
So the company MUKA, we have been pushing financial literacy through a lot of sports agencies. And so we finally got hooked up with the sports agency that their player, Travion Williams, for the Cincinnati Bengals, is also interested in financial literacy. So we formed a partnership with a company that I partner with in Atlanta, and they're based here in Nashville too, and a company I'm based in, partner with in California. So I partner with people who are in different states. So we formed this curriculum called the Game of Life. And the Game of Life is it's like a playbook for life, but it's geared towards, we use sports analogies because we're big into sports. One of my partners is a former NFL player. So we're big into sports. So we put this curriculum together based off of the Game of Life, right? So Travion loved it. We done it with him in Cincinnati during the weekend that the Bengals were playing. Well, the NFL picked up what we were doing. So the NFL alumni group wanted us to come down to Arizona to teach the same curriculum. So that's how we got connected with the NFL. So I actually got contracted with to go to the NFL alumni player networking event. We taught there at Arizona State. So when you go there for the week, you're able to go to all the functions of the Super Bowl. And so it's crazy that 60% of the people in Arizona don't go to the Super Bowl. They go to events right next to the stadium. So the NFL alumni event that I went to was right next to the stadium. But it's kind of like being a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And it's I took Travis, my director of operations, with me, and it's of the people that we just were sitting next to. It's like, hey, like I actually watch you on TV, like right, ESPN people, right? We're sitting, we ran into Nate Burleson. I think that's his name. He's on ESPN. And it's just like, hey, I'll take a picture. You know, it's just so that experience for me was it was good, and it's also very humbling because I'm kind of like the small person in the room, right? I'm a small business from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Yeah. And I have a chance to teach at the Super Bowl. Yeah. What other? But that's combining two of my passions, right? Education, the financial literacy part with real estate, and then sports. So we're building that side of MUKA now because that's a passion of mine, sports. So now we're noticing it's like, hey, it's other sports. It's other NFL players who are interested in this. How can we partner with them with their foundations?
That had to be a cool experience.
It's a cool. Hopefully, we'll be in Vegas next year.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So my channel, I have like a bunch of like young adults, like 18 to like 20, 21ish. So
past that age. So past that age. But,
So what would be like your advice that you would give to somebody like a young adult in this generation?
My advice. Let me speak on this one. And I just told a younger lady this just the other day. I think growing up, I thought I always had to make the right decision. And it sounds crazy what I'm going to say, right? There is pressure on you making a decision, like just say what school you're going to or what job you work at. There was pressure put on me thinking I had to make the right decision on the job at all times, right? And the reason why I say that is because I felt like that's where God was going to meet me. So I got to make the right decision because that's where God would be, right? As I got older, it's like it doesn't matter the decision I make, God's going to meet me there. And that would be the biggest thing I tell young people is you're going to make some decisions that are just not right. And that's okay. God will meet you smack dab in the middle of just not okay. And I think sometimes it's pressure on you guys to choose to make these life plans right now. It's like, I gotta do this because then I don't want. It's okay, God has it. And it's some pressure on you guys to do what's right, to do this and to do that. And sometimes that pressure can get heavy. But then there's reassurance in knowing, what if my decision to work at this place wasn't the best decision? God still met you there. There was still a lesson that you learned. And I think as we look at the suicide rates of you guys, I think majority of that is pressure. Pressure we put on you guys to say, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and if you don't do that, you made this mistake, but you can get up from that mistake. in knowing that, it don't put pressure on you. I'm not saying you go out here and do whatever, but the pressure is the decisions that I make, God is still going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I could say it's been like a bunch of times when I had to make decisions, and then that's like everybody's like expecting me to do this.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like, why'd you choose that?
Mm-hmm.
Was it a better option?
Yeah, because like when I changed my major, like I told a couple people, it was, why do you do that? But sometimes you gotta like do like what you want to do, not care about what other people are saying.
And sometimes it is you learn some lessons. Like, you're not always going to make the right decisions, but you learn lessons of maybe I should have done this. And I think when you use those lessons to build up instead of tear down, I think you look at it differently, knowing, all right, God, I learned that lesson. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just think it's been some pressure on you guys as more and more I hear of your age group not handling the stress or going to other avenues to handle stress, right? So I think knowing whatever decision that you make, God will meet you there.
Yeah, he definitely will. I have 2 more questions for you.
Okay.
When was a moment in real estate or MUKA that you realized that God wants you to be in this position?
I think I have several moments. I think, I work with my family, so there is an opportunity that is not easy. Let me say, working with family is not easy, but there are opportunities within the family of what we stand for makes what we do easier. And everybody doesn't have those opportunities, right? You work outside of your family, then you get with your family, later on. But I have an opportunity to work, and that's a blessing within itself. I also think I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do right now. The flexibility to spend time with my girls. We are raising 2 girls within what's going on now. I need the flexibility. So if something's going on with them, I can step back. So I had the opportunity Tuesday to take them to visit with my grandmother. That's at that time the flexibility of running your own business, to stop and do that. That's important to me. I think also understanding that some people don't come to us ready all the way. So there are some people that we have to work with for 1 to 2 years before they get to the closing table. At that closing table, because we've worked with them during those years of building credit and understanding budget and savings, I think that's also when I know, like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Is helping, serving people in this area of real estate, in this entrepreneur journey of MUKA. That's how I know that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
And so the last question I have, if money or resources wasn't a factor, what would be something that you would do?
Money is not a factor.
Yeah.
Travel with the family. And I like to go to places that a lot of people just like, well, why would you go there? Like, just saying I want to go to Utah. Like, I just feel like it's just, why wouldn't you want to go, right? Just to explore. I love exploring. So it doesn't even mean that we have to travel, 30 hours on a plane to get somewhere crazy, right? Just even exploring here within the United States, or even here. There's some things I learned about Christiana, living out in Christiana, then I'm like, y'all got all this out here? Like, didn't know, right? Or even Bell Buckle, or even Bedford County, close to where we are. I just like exploring and going and seeing and experiencing new things. So I think if I didn't have any, money was not let's just go. Let's just get in the car. Let's just go to the left and see where the left takes us. I think anytime that we've done that, we've ended up having a good time.
But I want to thank you for coming on and having this little interview. Be sure to go and check into MUKA. You have a social media, anything you want to?
So my IG Instagram is @Gentries_Johnson. MUKA's Instagram is MUKA is home. And of course, anything on IG, you can shoot me a DM. My number, everything's on it.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on today.
Thank you.
Of course.
It's like a surreal moment seeing you like this.
For real?
Yeah, it is. It is. You have to think how I know you from a very young man, young boy.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Thank you. But that's gonna be in this video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like button, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.
That's your ending of the video.